IoT Enabled Technologies. Just let me keep it simple. Enabling means you are activating the system. For the phone, for example, the phone is dead. You got the charging over. What will you do? The charge is over. Charge, I am telling. The battery is over. What will you do? Not reach up. You will plug into the. What will you do? Charger. You plug in the charger. So mobile will get on. It is going to activate. You can operate it. Say so. Say so. Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Like that, IoT enabled technologies means you have all the devices and components. You want to communicate those devices. We are using some technologies that will enable the IoT system, that will activate the devices, that will activate whole IoT system. Those are nothing but IoT enabled technologies or IoT enabling technologies. Means what you are doing, you have connected all the things, you are communicating with each other, you need a certain technology. You need certain technology. You want to enable the system, you want to activate the system. Now let us see what are the IoT enabled technologies we have. Go to the further slide. So these are nothing but IoT enabled technologies. The first one is wireless sensor network. Maybe you have heard. The second one you have already heard. Embedded system. The third one is you listen the class communication protocols, IoT protocols, cloud computing. I hope you know just have an idea about cloud. Do you guys have heard cloud? Maybe you have an idea, though I will tell you. The big data analytics means what I am telling, you are running an application, you want to build an IoT system, you want to communicate the devices, that can be done by a technologies. You need a certain technologies. Our general example I have given, if the charge is over, you plug in the battery, you plug in charger, so that your mobile will get activated, your mobile will get restored. Like that, you need a certain technologies in order to run an IoT system, in order to run an application. Either you can use wireless sensor network, or you can use an embedded system, you can use a cloud computing, any one of the technology to run an IoT system. Understandable? Got the point? Got the idea? What do you mean by the name itself suggesting you enable the technology? Means they are enabling the application, they are running the application, they are responsible for an IoT system which comprises so many devices. Now let me tell you one by one. Let us see what do we mean by wireless sensor network. So this consists of end nodes, it consists of a router, it consists of a coordinator. The diagram is available here. Let me make you simple. So what I am telling, it consists of end node. Keep in mind, node in the sense observer, node in the sense sensors. Keep in your mind, node, N-O-D-E, node means sensors. In your application, you may have several number of sensors. It depends on what type of application you are doing. So your wireless sensor network will consist of nodes, several nodes which have sensors. So many nodes. To whom they are coordinating, to whom they are connected, a router. All the nodes, all the sensors, devices in your application, in your system, they are all coordinating to whom? They are connected to whom? A router. I don't know that. Your router will be connected to what? Cloud or something, or any controller. say it as a controller. So your wireless sensor network consists of end nodes, a router, a controller. What sensors will do? What sensors will do? What they do? Yeah, yourself. As simple as it is. What sensors are doing? Sensors. Isn't sensor will capture the information. For example, you have a soil moisture sensor. It will capture the moisture level of soil. A temperature sensor. You are placing in a room. It will capture the temperature of a certain area. Means your sensor are capturing the data information. Whatever is happening in the real world. Understandable? Say so no. The sensor is collecting the data. That data is passed to the router. What router is doing? Router will have a packets. Router will have a datagrams that is forwarded to controller. Your controller is taking a decision. Your controller is nothing but as I discussed. It may be a processor. It may be a microcontroller. It may be anything which is controlling everything. Router routes the information to whom? These are all the information to controller. The same which is mentioned here. You will have a gateway, you will have a router, anything. The sensors means here we have a base and sensor application or anything. In between you have a gateway, and these are all sensors. Sensor will pass the information to the router or gateway. Upon you will have a controller network or you will have a mobile station which is controlling everything, or you will have a cloud which is running an application. Understandable? The diagram I have drawn this side. Sensors, many sensors in an area or in an application, they are collecting the information. That information will be passed to the gateway, or in general we call it as a router. Router will route all the information to the controller. Controller is controlling the application, running an application. Understandable? As simple as it is. Go to the next slide. The same thing. See, it consists of a sensor which are used to monitor, activate, or any environmental or physical condition. Environmental means soil moisture sensor. Environmental means the temperature sensor. Physical conditions also, it might be a temperature sensor or heartbeat sensor. They are collecting the information. What end nodes are nothing but sensor, and what they consist of? Routers and coordinators or controllers. You call them as a coordinator, you call them a controller, same thing. So end nodes are nothing but, with the end nodes you have a sensors, and what they are doing? They will pass the data. To whom they will pass the data? Coordinator. Via what? A router. What coordinator is doing? Coordinator also will act as a gateway, or it will act as a router also. And what it does? It connects to the internet. You have everything. You should, at the last, you should have an internet, so that the system will run. If you have an internet, then only your sensor will capture information. Otherwise, it won't do. If there is no internet, it does not make a sense. Understandable? So, one of the good examples for your wireless sensor network is Zigbee. What is that? Have you heard Zigbee? No. So, it is wireless sensor network. You don't need any wires. And the range is from 10 meter to 100 meter. You provide an internet, you have the system, and you have Zigbee wireless sensor network, then you can run your application. You can run your application. Understandable? The limited range is from 10 to 100 meter. Only up to 10 to 100 meter, you can have a Zigbee as a wireless network in your IoT system. Clear? Say so. That technology itself is doing the thing, doing the task. But in order to do that task, what you should have? Definitely must and should, you should have an internet. Clear? Sensor, router, coordinator, or you control. Sensor, router, coordinator. This is nothing but in the olden days, the back you will have a fingerprint sensor. Say some Redmi 13 Pro or Redmi 14 or Redmi 11. If you put a finger, then only your mobile will open, activate, unlock it, or you will have face sensor. That is one kind of sensor, physical sensor. Internally it has a controller. Clear? Say some. Go to the next slide. Go to the further. Yeah. So these are some examples. Is it visible up to there? Yes. Don't say another. Is it visible? Somewhat visible. So your weather monitoring system is a good example for wireless sensor network. In weather monitoring system, nodes will collect the temperature and data which is aggregated and analyzed. The other example is indoor air quality monitoring system, soil moisture and surveillance system. Just now only I said soil moisture. Your soil moisture sensor will check the presence and level of moisture in your soil. These are all nothing but wireless sensor network, which comprises wireless sensor network. Surveillance system, surveillance camera. It is a good example of WSN. And structural health monitoring in the sense, or it is a building, GMIT building. What do we do? Here we will have a building and bridges. The sensor will calculate the age of the building, age or something vibration in your building, that can be done by vibration sensors. Understandable? Means what is the age of the building, what is the vibration in the building, in which year or how many years it will stand, or it is going to destroy. That can be done by structural health monitoring system. There we are having some vibration sensor. So these are all examples for your wireless sensor network. Understandable? I hope you got the point. We will have a sensor, we will have a router, we will have a coordinator. Sensor will pass the information to the router. Router will collect everything. It will like a gateway, like a gate. It will pass the information to the coordinator. Coordinator is coordinating everything. A microcontroller, a processor, a Zigbee, anything. In order to do that, you should provide an internet in the system. Followable? Understandable? Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go to the next slide. This is nothing but the next technology, cloud computing. What is that? What it was doing, it is a delivery of different services through internet, including data storage, database networking, and software. I will repeat it. What it does, it delivers the services, data storage, database networking, and the software. In the Apple mobile, I will give an example. In your Apple mobile, it's like you will pay 200 or 129 for a storage purpose every month, like pay go. Then only you will have a storage. Otherwise, you won't get a storage. Understandable? Say some cloud. Your data will be stored in the cloud, not in the device. Understood? Say some. Your information will be available in the cloud. That cloud is given by service provider. Apple is a service provider. You are buying that. You are, as a customer, you are demanding that. How? On a pay-go basis. You are paying something. Understood? Say some. That is nothing but cloud computing. This statement is nothing but in generally I said. It is delivering the different services through internet. You should have an internet. What you are buying? A storage by you are buying. Here what we are providing, a storage servers, database, or a software. you want to take a pictures, you want to record the sessions like that. You are a user, you are demanding. To whom you are demanding? Apple service provider or any service provider. On demand service. That is nothing but cloud computing. Concentrate here. Listen. You have a Amazon account, say some might. You have a Netflix account. What is that? What is that? That is a on-demand service. You have to recharge every month. Say some. Say some. That is nothing but service. That is a one example for the cloud computing. Your Amazon, your Netflix, those are all accounts that can be rechargeable. On demand means if you want to have, if you want to use, you will pay as a go. That is nothing but cloud computing. That is what major services. Pay on only services used. If you want to use, you have to pay. Understandable?
Yes, sir.
Say sir.
Yes, sir.
If you want to use these services, you have to pay some amount. That is nothing but cloud computing. Last person. Don't fall down the desk. Go to the next slide. Yeah. So in cloud computing, there are three types: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. So in the cloud computing, cloud means it is not physically available. I hope you know. Say some, like cloud is available somewhere. Like that. So cloud is not a physical or hardware device like a projector and mobile. It is somewhere available. Cloud is not physically available. In the cloud computing, there are three services. Yeah, got the idea? You guys can settle down yourself and try to concentrate. I will repeat one more time. Cloud computing, even it is the technology. If you pay, then only you can receive the services. Pay on demand. Your Amazon, Netflix, these are all nothing but cloud services. Means you are paying something on a monthly basis. What they are providing? Internet. What they are providing? Storage. What they are providing? Network. They are nothing but cloud computing. In cloud computing, there are three types. What are those? Infra. Is it visible? Yes. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. At the bottom, I have given some example like migrate, build and use. Let us see what do you mean by that. Keep in mind those who come just now only. Cloud computing means you are, as being a user, you are using the services. You are paying some amount. You are paying some amount for storage purpose. You are paying some amount for watching Netflix. You are paying some amount for watching Amazon. Those are nothing but cloud computing. They are not physically available. Geo provider. A service provider will provide you service. As being a user, will receive those services. Will pay certain amount. That is nothing but cloud computing. Got the idea? Say some. Yeah, let us see what you mean by infrastructure as a service. Just keep it. In infrastructure as a service, you can have a server, you can have a storage, and you can have a network, a security, a system management. In infrastructure